Do you think this domino scene from Robots is realistic or impossible? Let's break it down. What's up, domino community? My name is Lily Hevish. I'm a professional domino artist, and today I will be analyzing the domino scene from the Robots movie, and we will see if this is realistic or impossible. Now, as a professional domino artist who has been building with dominoes since 2008, I have a lot of experience working with dominoes and seeing how they fall, and I know, like, I can tell when I watch something if it is real or if it's fake. But of course, since this movie is animated, we do know it is fake. However, we're gonna break it down anyway in detail to see if this domino setup could actually be real. Could we build this domino setup in real life? How realistic is it, and how good is this animation? But also, this movie is like such a classic. Like, this is literally my childhood, and this is before I got into dominoes. So like, coming back to watching this movie now as a professional domino builder is like so exciting. It just makes me really happy to see dominoes here. Now, before we break this down, leave a comment. Do you think it's actually realistic, or do you think it's impossible? Let me know down below. We'll have a discussion, but now let's watch it for real.
Look at this. Remember?
Okay, first thing, this spacing is way too far apart. The dominoes are set up like so far that like when the first domino falls, it's gonna like tap the bottom of the next domino, which is very unreliable.
On the show?
Oh my gosh, he just like goes up to the domino and taps it. If you see a domino line, do not touch it. Please, do not touch the domino.
I don't know how to tell you this, but
Why are they so dusty?
Why are they so dusty? Okay, that tells me that these dominoes have been set up there for a really long time and nobody's touched them, which, for the record, that is very impressive to have so many dominoes set up that it's collected dust. I can't even imagine how long it took Big Weld to set up this domino project, because that's some serious dedication there. Like, truly, truly.
Dusty.
wait, don't.
No! Why did he blow on the dominoes? Oh my. That is like the biggest facepalm, okay? But funny enough, one of my stupidest fails when building dominoes, I was once building a structure and I noticed that there was like a little piece of dirt stuck on it, and just out of nowhere, I wasn't thinking, so I blew on the domino and the domino fell into the structure and knocked down the entire thing. I felt really dumb. But seriously, do not blow on the dominoes. That is like so... It's just the biggest facepalm.
Wait, don't.
Okay, so the next thing in this that's like kind of weird. I like the sound of the dominoes. The domino line falling is actually really like pretty smooth in this animation. When that last domino falls off the table, it like flies upward. Like, see here, if we pause on this frame, the bottom of the domino is higher than the edge of the table. And that seems like it's kind of impossible just with like physics. Like, the domino before it is falling down. So if anything, the domino should be like the same height as the table, not above it. The flip was like really overdone in a way for the dramatic effect, but in real life that would not happen. I really like the lighting in it. They did a great job with like actually showcasing the dominoes. But I gotta say, this scene, especially here, the speed of the dominoes is way too fast. It almost looks like the dominoes are sped up in this clip. Okay, the next thing, the dominoes are going up this ramp thing, but that doesn't make any sense because the dominoes are literally leaning like this. They're like on an angle. How are these dominoes standing up? Like, gravity is a thing. They can't be just like sitting on a flat surface on an angle and standing up. That would like actually fall over in real life. But you know, it's creative. I don't see it realistic as like a staircase. It's more like a ramp, but you can't really place dominoes on it. Oh, also, this is super nitpicky. The corner here on this is like way too sharp. There's one domino in the curve. And y'all know I can be kind of nitpicky with how domino turns are made. Like, I recommend 4 dominoes should be used in a curve, but here they only have 1, which like, it's risky. It's very risky, but sometimes it works. Alright, so then the dominoes go down on this like spinning thing. That's kind of cool. But this is also very unrealistic. So this thing's like spinning around, rotating, and then it hits the domino. But the thing is, when it hits the domino, it's hitting it at a 90-degree angle. For example, if we take one of my dominoes, you want to topple it this way using force in the same direction as the domino, but the thing that's spinning is hitting it like from the side, and it expects to like knock down the domino by hitting it from the side with like such little area. So if this were made in real life, I'm not sure that the spinning thing would actually hit the domino, or if it did hit the domino, it would hit it from like the small side, not the face of the domino, and cause the domino to fling like away from the line, not towards the line. So that's like a little bit off, but you know, for the animation, it's pretty good. Alright, oh, and then we have the Newton's Cradle. Okay, this is actually really cool because this is a classic trick that I see actually in a lot of chain reaction videos. But what's unrealistic about this is the fact that there's one domino holding up the first ball. It's like there's so much weight on top of one domino, and you'll see it's like on the corner of the top of the domino, which is the most unstable part of the domino. So just realistically, that wouldn't hold up. I really like how they incorporated different things besides dominoes. It's like truly a chain reaction, which is pretty cool. Alright, and then, oh, here we go. The domino flies off the table and gets higher again, which is kind of weird. But you know, it's very showy. It looks really good for animation. And then it just lands perfectly on this mousetrap. Man, there must have been so much testing involved to like make that happen. At least in real life. But then it flings a domino into the perfect spot yet again. Okay, those like flinging ramp things. Man, this is when I really wish that these animations could be real, like actually done in real life, because this is such a cool trick to have like these levers get hit on one end and fling a domino and hit more on the other end. It just feels like there's too much energy kept within all of these ramps. Like it should dissipate faster, if that makes sense. Like after the first launch, there shouldn't be that much force going into the next lever. I feel like the arc that it makes, like the amount that the domino flings, would be much lower than it actually is. Like I don't know if people realize it takes a lot of force to lift up a domino on a lever and have it fling on like a really nice parabola. Like I've done this and that took so much force to just hit the lever. I can't imagine just like having one domino fall onto it and have it fling another domino. I just don't think that's possible. I love all these contraptions. These are so fun. Like, what is this, a guillotine? Just like goes down into the dominoes. I love it. Oh, then we have a field starter going off the side. This is cool. I love the sound effects too. But this is also a little unrealistic because the dominoes in the field starter that came off the table perfectly hit the dominoes that were underneath the table. What are the odds that a domino that's like on an angle that falls off the table hits exactly the domino underneath it? The chances of that actually happening, I feel like, are so low. You're always bound to have a domino that falls off the edge and it like moves like an inch away from where you expected it to land, or it'll fall and it'll like fling dominoes around it because it like impacted dominoes that were next to it. So to have that fall and be such a perfect clean shot for all of these lines is just kind of like, no. It's just I don't see this happening. Alright, so now we're going on the floor. You know, I really appreciate how they use the dots in the dominoes to make designs. Like, they alternated the field with dots and then no dots and then dots. It makes it a really nice design and they really use that to their advantage. So I appreciate those small details. Okay, now it's getting really complex. Okay. Wow. What in the world? That was beautiful. We need to replay this. Oh, that is such a great domino scene. I have so many thoughts. First of all, this has got to be hands down the most imaginative domino scene I have ever seen in a piece of media. Truly, the creativity and how they use the dots to their advantage to make an image is really, really impressive, and I love seeing it. It's not just one big field, it's like different shapes and different spirals that are all connected together to make one cohesive piece. Like, the complexity of this project is actually pretty staggering if you like break it into all the sections that are part of it. Like, it's not just one pixel art grid. We have dominoes that are flowing to make the face, and the eye goes and spirals out. The patterns in his body, like, they flow with how it actually looks in the design. It's really nice. Also, all these spirals here at the end, like that's beautiful. It's so good. Like whoever animated this and whoever designed this, I gotta give you all major props because this is really brilliant. Truly, like as a domino artist who like sets up dominoes for a living and makes big art like this is so inspiring to me to like want to make something at this scale and such complexity. Also, I need to point out the fact that the setup has no safety gaps. Like Big Weld just set up all of these dominoes and didn't leave any gaps in case something knocked over. I can't even imagine, like if I set up something like this and someone else just like came in when I wasn't there and knocked it all over, I would be so sad. I would probably cry. If I were to guess, just this project alone right here probably has around 30,000 to 40,000 dominoes. It's pretty complex, it's very dense. Like I kind of want to recreate it. Alright, let's see where this leads to. Alright, so we got the dominoes and now we have much bigger dominoes. So we're going to the small to large domino set. That is a huge domino. Where does someone get a domino that large? Wait. How tall is this domino? This has gotta be like at least 30 feet or something. Like, no joke, this could be the domino world record for like the largest domino. Like, that's actually a Guinness World Record category. But in this animation, it's like, that's huge. Okay. Rodney, you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Okay. Where did all those dominoes come from? They're like standing on a sand dune of dominoes. I don't remember seeing that many dominoes before. Anyways. That is an earthquake of dominoes. This is like a domino tsunami. It's so imaginative. Oh, there's Big Weld. He's just casually surfing on the dominoes, you know? Oh, that's so fun. I feel like that would really hurt though, like surfing on dominoes. Okay, I guess this goes without saying, but like dominoes wouldn't make a wave like that. They would probably just like fling for a second after that big domino fell and then it would be like done. But I really like the creativity in this movie. So overall, I love this scene. It is so fun to watch. It's like very imaginative, very creative. I love how they use the dots to their advantage to make actual images. And they actually like put a lot of thought into the designs. Like it's not just a domino line, but they have so many different types of tricks. It's like really cool. So is it realistic or is it impossible? Well, it's kind of both. I think it's mostly impossible. At the end of the day, like watching the scene, it's not realistic, yet at the same time, parts of it are realistic. Like the domino lines are all fine. Like these are all valid tricks that I've seen, like dominoes going up a staircase, dominoes falling off a table, having a spinning thing go down and hit something else, the Newton's cradle. These are all valid tricks that I've seen before, but the execution of it and just like small details in how the dominoes fall make it feel like it's slightly unrealistic if it were actually recreated to the exact domino in real life. Like there would have to be some modifications with how the dominoes are like precisely placed in order for these tricks to actually work. I think I'd have to give this a rating of 20% realistic. So 80% impossible, just because a lot of the ways that the animation is done is just physics just like doesn't work that way. And I really hope someday I will be able to recreate this domino scene. Like get a huge space, a giant studio, set up all of these dominoes, like literally recreate the giant Big Weld portrait, have the dominoes going everywhere, and then maybe even a giant domino at the end. That would be so cool. I feel like that would fulfill some sort of childhood dream of mine. But what do you think of this domino scene? Do you think it's realistic? Do you think it's impossible? Did I miss anything? I'd love to hear your thoughts down below in the comments. If there's any other domino video that you want me to react to, whether it's from a movie or a TV show or just another viral domino video, please leave a link as well down below. I would love to make more videos in this series. You can find more of my videos from the series right over here in this playlist. And lastly, I want to give a shout out to our featured community member, RCV Dominoes, who's been making some incredible domino videos recently. Go check out their channel, and as always, I'm Lily Hevish, and keep on building.